Hey, what's up, everybody? This is like talking about a little bit of preview of the Backlash pay-per-view. So I'm gonna try to do this from this point on for like any pay-per-views besides WWE. I'm gonna try to do like AEW's, Impacts, and even Ring of Honor. So every time I can go to their website and just read like the list of their final matches for their pay-per-views and stuff, I'm gonna try my best to do that and try my best to see like who I think should win or lose or whatever the case may be. So today we're just doing a backlash. Try to do it a few days before the pay-per-view. Let's just get to it. Apollo Crews versus Andrade. You already saw their match, that a couple of matches that they already had. So I don't know if this is gonna be the final one or anything like that. So kind of like the rematch from Raw. Um, the last time they faced, Apollo Crews did beat him for it, and I think this past Monday that it was a triple threat number one contendership between Andrade, Kevin Owens, and with Angel Garza. So it was between them. It was between them three, and as you saw, Andrade did won. So that's how this rematch came about. So for the United States Championship, for I think who's gonna win, I would say Apollo Crews is gonna retain because he did just get it. So hopefully they don't treat this as a, just a short reign like they known to do with some people. Okay, Bailey and Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconic for the women's tag team championship. Sasha and Bailey won it last Friday on SmackDown, and oh, I'm sorry. Girl, your breath stinks. Sorry about that. But Bailey and Sasha Banks won it this past Friday on SmackDown against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. They won from them. I didn't think that was going to happen that quickly, but I thought the matches was going to be, maybe saved for the pay-per-view, for them to lose it at the pay-per-view, if they were supposed to lose it, but they just they retained it at WrestleMania, am I correct? Yeah, they did retain. But I kind of just recently came back, and they did beat
a Midwest exodus. A number of big and small cities are seeing population declines. Two of the top 15 fastest shrinking cities in the last decade are in Illinois. Rockford and Decatur losing 7.51% and 5%.
Oh, I just have to hear that for a second. I'm sorry.
Between 2010 and 2019. Potential reasons: the unemployment rate in Rockford higher than the national unemployment rate. Not to mention the taxes in Illinois. They're relatively high as well. Where are they going? Don't see Wisconsin on the list. Cities in Arizona and Texas are growing in large part because of their lower taxes. Oh yeah, it's warm there as
well. What else is new? But anyway, sorry about that. But as Bailey, Sasha, Asuka, and Charlotte and the Iconics had like a triple threat tag team match. It was a non-title match though this past Monday on Raw, and I kind of did like. I think one of them had pinned Sasha Banks, I believe, for the win. So that kind of gave them the momentum, and they were just on SmackDown, stirring up the plot. Who I think will win? I think Bailey and Sasha just won it, and I think they're gonna retain. But it probably will be a short reign here on out, but I don't think they're gonna lose it just yet. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Although they fought in the first round of the tournament, that I think they did fall in the first round of the tournament. I could be wrong, but I think they faced in the first round of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. And then ever since then, I guess it all started when everybody was talking about Jeff Hardy, like his return and things like that. Because Sheamus got upset and started attacking, going after Jeff Hardy. Then, as you just saw this past Friday, that they keep attacking each other. That like going back and forth. Did like a but before that, during this they did like a they did like a piss test. They end up just Jeff Hardy just threw piss on Sheamus, so I guess that was a little bit of a funny segment. So I know a lot of people was complaining that it was getting stupid and stuff. It's like some of you guys were complaining about this. Wasn't complaining when they did something like this, or they could be doing something like this in the Attitude Era. But y'all complaining now that they give you a little bit of taste of the Attitude Era. Do y'all like throw the grain of salt? I don't know. I just don't get it. But after winning, Jeff Hardy did win the first encounter. But I'm thinking that Sheamus will win this one. Asuka versus Nia Jax for the World Women's Championship. The story behind this one is Asuka was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and she won the contract. But not only she won the contract, she won the World Women's title. And then Nia Jax, how she got in the picture, she was in a triple threat match. I think it was between Charlotte and I can't even think who else was in that freaking match. But it was a triple threat match. Nia Jax, oh yeah, Kairi Sane. I think she was in that match. Nia Jax ended up winning that match. And just been like, and I guess she ended up like started attacking Kairi Sane. Then back and forth both Nia Jax and Asuka. So Asuka just got the belt, so most likely I think Asuka is going to retain, going to beat Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. Universal Championship Handicap match. It was all started with a tag team match, and so I think Braun beat each one for 1-on-1 like weeks ago. So they challenged him to a handicap match for the Universal title. So it seems like they're gonna do like the co-championship thing, like they did with I forgot who they did it with. Cause I know it was involved with oh yeah, it was AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So they did that, and so now they doing this with the Universal Championship. So you saw last week on SmackDown that they was trying to prank Sheamus and doing all childish stuff, as they call it. They did something to his protein shake. He also tried to slime him, ended up sliming Caleb Braxton, and ended up smashing the window of his car. So he ended up lifting up their truck and put it on the side. So, and they just had like a 6-man tag this past Friday. My dog. But anyways, who I think is gonna win this match? Yeah, that's a hard thing to hard thing to say. Like Braun Strowman won that at WrestleMania. I think he did defend it on Money in the Bank pay-per-view against Bray Wyatt. I think Braun Strowman will retain because I think right now there's nobody mostly on the roster that can beat him. But if he loses this 2-1 handicap match, I'm gonna be surprised. So I think Braun Strowman is gonna retain. WWE Championship match: Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. Drew McIntyre got the belt at WrestleMania. Suddenly, Bobby Lashley just ended up being a #1 contender just out of nowhere. Well, this is the first WWE Championship match in about 8-9 years or something like that. No. Like, let me think. I think since his last stint in WWE, I think that was 2007, I believe. So about 13 years ago, I believe. I could be wrong. Since his title defense at the Great American Bash against John Cena, and he didn't win it, and that's when his career kind of went to hell for WWE because they didn't know what the hell they was gonna do with him. Like they're kind of doing it now in a way until now, and they line him up with MVP, so kind of started up something interesting with them and Drew McIntyre. So no MVP is going to be in this corner, so we'll see what they're going to do with that. Who's going to win? Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I know there's rumors that it's possible that Bobby Lashley will win it for him to go against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I would like to see the Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar matchup, but not for the WWE Championship. So if they decide to probably going to do that route with the Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam, there's a chance that there's going to be a rematch for their next pay-per-view. I think the next pay-per-view will be Extreme Rules. So who will win between Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley? I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain it. So they might drag this out a little bit longer between these two, and we'll see, go from there. Edge versus Randy Orton. The feud started the day after the Royal Rumble when Orton attacked them, and they've been feuding back and forth ever since. They had their match at WrestleMania. It was a no disqualification match, I believe. Thought they would have had a rematch like earlier than what they have now, so I don't know why they was waiting for doing this rematch. They could have did it sooner, but I guess they're gonna call this match the greatest match ever that they promoted it to be. So can't say anything until we actually watch the match. So, and we'll see the opinions or anything about it. So, Edge did win at WrestleMania, so I could be wrong about this one. I think Randy Orton will win this match because Randy Orton does need a win. So let's just hopefully we go that way. So those are my picks. I'll say them again: Apollo Crews versus Andrade. Apollo Crews retaining the Women's Tag Team Championship. Got Bayley and Sasha retaining. Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. I got Sheamus winning. Asuka versus Nia Jax. I got Asuka retaining. Braun Strowman versus Miz and Morrison. I got Braun retaining. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I got Drew McIntyre retaining. And and I got Edge versus Randy Orton. I got Randy Orton winning. So those are my picks. So this Monday on WFSO Aftermath, we will talk about the results and see what's going to happen. They haven't mentioned the pre-show at this time where I'm at now. Meaning that they didn't announce it yet, but they probably gonna do it like the last minute, like just announce the pre-show, like they always do.
Next Tuesday, the state will lift seating restrictions on restaurants
So
and bars can double
those
the occupancy limit from 25 to 50.
those are my picks. So if comment below if you got different picks or anything like that, or just let me know and watch the show this Monday to talk about the your picks, why they lost or whatever the case may be this Monday. I am gonna put up wrestlers of the week up in a few minutes. Go to Wrestling Fan Speak Out group. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have Arthur Smith put it up there. Sometimes I go on his account, so just to put it up there. So good thing my brother let me share his account, because I don't have a Facebook account. No thanks to. Well, we'll get to that in another time. But anyways, either myself or Arthur Smith is going to put it on the group's page for Wrestlers of the Week, and we would like to see who y'all pick for who y'all think is going to win these matches as well. So y'all can comment below on YouTube, or you can comment on Facebook and just see like who you think is going to win and things like that. And we'll talk about it this Monday right after Raw on blogtalkradio.com/WFSO Radio Network, and look for WFSO Aftermath. We will be live, and even if y'all want to chat on the phones and things like that, on the phone or online or things like that, just let me know. I will let y'all know the number live on there, so y'all can call in and just chat it up about the pay-per-view and other things to come in wrestling. Could be independent wrestling we could be talking about as well. So we got you got UTL like in Upper Green Bay. They doing the show tomorrow. All the stuff that's going on in Wisconsin and Illinois. Check it out on WrestlingFanspeakout.weebly.com. Check that out. Follow WFSO on Twitter. Look for WFSO group on Facebook. And also the page. And like and subscribe this channel. Well, let me get out of here. And until then, y'all have a good one. And hopefully it'll be a good pay-per-view this Sunday. And until then, y'all have a good one.